Hi, I'm Dr. Adam Millman. Thank you for watching. Dreams, lessons of the ladder, and the miracle of taking action. You have to take action. I wanted to relate to you two interesting dreams. One from a good person, one of a not so good person or a wicked person. One is named Jacob, the other one is called Pharaoh. Now, you don't have to have particular interest in Judaism or Christianity or the Bible, but there are certain stories that we can glean from this ancient text that is very meaningful for us even to this day in 2023. So the first story is of Jacob. About a week and a half ago, we read the story of Jacob's ladder. This is a famous story that we probably all learned when we were a kid. It's a story of where Jacob, the patriarch in the book of Genesis, goes to sleep and he starts to dream. And he dreams about a ladder. And on the ladder, he sees angels going up and down and up and down. And for our purpose, what I think is important to bring out is that the angels were not standing still. They were either going up or they were going down. And this is a metaphor, I believe, for our own life, where we are either progressing, moving towards a worthy goal, working on our relationships, working on our own physical health, educating ourselves, becoming more valuable to the marketplace, becoming more valuable to the job or to the community, or we're essentially going down as the angels that were going down. There is no standing still. Either you are living by what is the essence of life, which is growth and contribution to others, or you're essentially going backwards, going down the ladder. If you're sitting on the couch and you think that you're neither going forward nor backwards, you are going backwards. You are going down because you're not working towards something. You're not working towards a worthy goal. So the angels are either going up or they're going down. They are not standing still. And that is also true in our own lives. We are either working towards something or we are essentially going backwards as our opportunities pass us by. When we miss opportunities to get better in our relationships, our physical health, our emotional health, our intellectual health, by learning every day, by working on our communication skills, our physical capability, our value to the marketplace, to our job, to our employer, then we are essentially moving backwards because opportunities come and we're not taking them to get better, to improve, to excel. When Jacob wakes up, he does something, he's consistent with this, which is he wakes up for the dream and he builds an altar. He does something. He doesn't just have a dream and then forget about the dream. One of the saddest things is when someone has a dream or an idea or a goal and doesn't bring it to fruition. It's been said that an idea that is not acted upon is irrelevant. And Victor Hugo once said, nothing in this world is so powerful as an idea whose time has come. Many people have ideas. They may have had ideas that you've had before, but they didn't bring them to fruition. You have the opportunity. People often think that their idea is unique, and it may not be unique. Someone else may have had it, but didn't act upon it. So then essentially it is new, because if you have the opportunity, you have an idea, and you act upon it and you bring it to fruition, then you have the opportunity to do what's called the miracle process, which is to create something that has never existed before. You have an idea and you want to get started and you think it'll be valuable, get started on it. Get started on it even if you think that it will not work, even if you think that you're not worthy of it or your self-image isn't consistent with success and you don't think you're entitled to it, just get started on it. Because getting started on it will bring you the power that you desire. Getting started on it, getting forward, getting motivated and moving forward will bring the motivation, even if you're not motivated to start. Ralph Waldo Emerson said that to do the thing and you will have the power, but they that do not the thing do not have the power. So if you have an idea and you want to do something, but you think you can't do it and you don't want to start because maybe you'll fail and then you're going to feel even worse about yourself and you'll disappoint other people and then you won't be worthy of love and all these crazy things we say to ourselves, just get started. Just get started on it and the miracle process may occur. Things may start to happen along the way once you get started that you hadn't even thought about. I remember Jim Rohn told this story where he says that when it comes to a tree, he says that he's an amateur on God, and obviously I am as well. He says, God says, you plant the tree, you plant the seed, and I'll make the tree. It says it gives God the difficult part. He said, imagine if you had to go to bed at night wondering in the next morning how you're going to make a tree. It's pretty difficult, right? I mean, no one to this day even knows how to do it. But you plant the seed, you water it, you put it in the soil, and the miracle of the sun and all these things, all of a sudden a tree comes. Complicated stuff. And all we really had to do is very basic stuff. So that is an example of how when you get started and just take the first step, things will happen along the way that will help lead you to your success. So the next dream I wanted to discuss is about a dream of a wicked man named Pharaoh. Now Pharaoh has a dream as well, but we're going to read about the next week and a half or so. Pharaoh has a dream, he wakes up, and he goes back to sleep. He wakes up, and he goes back to sleep. And this, I think, is a metaphor, something that we should all learn from, which is when you have a dream, when you have an idea, to take action and get started. Take action and get started. Do not be like Pharaoh for lots of reasons, but particularly in this case, you have a dream, you must act upon it. I remember Zig Ziglar once said that people that go to bed at night and their sleep is interrupted and they don't have dreams, and the next morning they are anxious and depressed and irritable and paranoid because they don't dream at night. Equally important for us is to dream while we're awake. Dreaming at night is important, but dreaming while we're awake. To dream a dream and then act upon the dream. Don't just have the dream and then go back to sleep, both literally and figuratively. Pharaoh has a dream, he goes back to sleep. Jacob has a dream, he has an epiphany, and he gets up and he builds an altar. He does something, he takes action. And that is what we should do in our own lives. So if we have an idea, we should take action and not worry about the fact that we don't know how to do it all. And it's essentially the same as not wanting to leave your house unless all the lights are green along the way. There's going to be red lights and then green lights and red lights and green lights and yellow lights, and you'll be stopped along the way. But if we wait until everything is lined up perfectly, all the lights are green, we'll never leave, because that's not the way life is. But things will start to happen to us along the way when we have the idea and we start the process. We will have the power when we start the process, when we plant the seed and then cultivate it. Things will start to happen along the way that will bring us towards our worthy goal, and then we will be as the angels in Jacob's dream that are going up the ladder as opposed to the ones that are going down. Do not go back to sleep from your dreams, both literally and figuratively. Get started on them today. Fulfill the dream. Do not let the dream go wasted. Do not let your idea go wasted. We all have creativity. Our mind is like a gold mine. I've heard Earl Nightingale describe it, but we have to mine it. We have to mine the gold in order to find it. Within our minds is creativity, intelligence, and the ability to achieve. But we just have to believe it, and we have to get started. Thank you very much for watching.